Hello YouTube, this is Lisa. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I'm doing great. If you are a first-time visitor, I appreciate you stopping in today. And if you are a return visitor, I appreciate you coming back again. So I am out in the garden today, and I have not done a garden tour in a while. I think I missed March. I did one in February, but I missed March. So I am going to take you all along in the garden and see what I got growing. And so I'll be right back. So these are all of my grow bags, and there's nothing in them right now, some of them. But these are those 3 sectional ones that I have. I have Swiss chard in here. I have, and these are onions. But the Swiss chard, they're not that big, but I put them out anyway because I wanted to go ahead and get them out. So maybe by the end of the month or in my May tour, these will be bigger and you will be able to see them better. But I'm proud of them. So, and they're hanging on. And so I don't know about him. He may not make it. But that is what I got in these 3. I did not plant spinach this season because Swiss chard tastes so much like spinach, but Swiss chard is easier to me to take care of. It's like it's 83 degrees today, and spinach would have bolted and died by now. So, but our weather has been so crazy. It's been hot and cold, and so I'm growing Swiss chard this time. I did Swiss chard last year and it did well for me. This is baby choy, and they're doing pretty good. They're not that big, but they're doing okay. This is this section and this section is rutabagas, and they are doing pretty good. Baby choy, rutabaga. These are my chives. Remember my chives? They're big again. And so I need to harvest some more. But these are going to flower. That's one that's going to flower, and this one's going to flower. And so, but they are doing really well. These are from last year, February 10th. From February 10th. And you know what? This pen, this was written with one of my garden pens I did a video on, not Sharpie. If that had been Sharpie, written February 10th, 2022, it would not be anything on that label. But that is one of the garden pens. That's why I did the video, and there's your proof. Those things work. If you are into labeling everything, you need to get you some of those garden pens. This is my oregano, doing very well. It is so pretty, it is so nice, and it smells so good. This is a sage, and they are flowering. And this is a sage. This sage is actually from 2021 or 2020. My coworker gave me this when I first started gardening, and she gave me this, and I still have it. So this is my wooden garden bed here off of the patio. This is the bed that I had all my brassicas in right before the freeze last year. And this is, I'm calling it my salad bed. So everything in here is gonna go into a salad. I hope these are not ants. No, they're not. But anyway, right here in this section is space for my cucumbers to go. These are my radish. When you look at those, they are very nice. This is the German giant, and these were the cherry bell. They didn't get that big, but it's time to do a harvest, so maybe I'll do that later on today. These are my carrots, y'all. Now, they didn't do that well, but I'm gonna tell you why. Because it has been getting down. We've gotten some temperatures as low as 18 degrees, and then the next following days it got to like 22, then it got to 24, and then we have hot weather, then we have storms, then it gets cold again, and all that. So my carrots have not done that well, but I got some that's coming up here, and I think later on, sometime when I get a chance, I will be planting more carrots somewhere else. These are red onions. There's some of the red onions that I got from Dixondale Farms, and they are coming along okay. And then these are butter crunch. These four is butter crunch lettuce. Those are giant Caesar lettuce. Those four there. I have a row of bunching onions here, and then I have this row of red romaine, and this is green romaine lettuce. So I just need to get out here and water, and we've been having some rains, and I've been watering too, so but I didn't water today yet, so I'm gonna give them some water in just a little bit. But I think I may harvest some of the radish before I do that, so but I'll carry you all along on that video. I ended up buying me a rosemary plant, and this is it here. It is doing very well, and the rosemary in the house is growing slow, but it is still there. It's doing good. It's 3 of them now that that germinated. And this is lemon balm, so I'll probably be putting something else here in this place here. Might be a tomato, might be something else, I'm not sure yet. These are more red onions that my sister and I got out here and we planted together. We actually ran out of some, so I think these are the Texas super sweet onions. But yeah, that's what we got planted there, and those two. And we planted onions in these last year, and we got great size onions out of them. As you can see how deep those are, and these are going to be some big onions that I'm going to harvest in probably around June. This bed here, we started it last year. The year before, in 2021, it was just leaves laying here on a big tarp that we had gathered in 2020, fall of 2020, and we just laid them here. So then in 2022, we had a bed over here that was infested with ants. We couldn't do anything with them. And so we thought, well, we got to have somewhere else to put those vegetables. So we took up those leaves and we put down some, I think we did topsoil, and then we did a whole lot of compost manure. Planted our okra and we planted peppers out here, and they did well. And so we are going to amend this soil, put more compost manure down, use our hand tiller, and we're going to plant some tomatoes here, and peppers, and okra, and some sunflowers, because sunflowers and okra loves to grow together, they're companion. So the last time you all saw this view, the garden was flooded, but now it's doing well. All the water is gone, and everything is starting to come to life, or yeah, it's coming back to life. Those are comfrey plants of my sister's that she planted. She put those in 2021, and this is where they always stay. She cuts them down in the fall, and they come back every spring. And this over here is one right there. But she also had a moringa tree over here, and everything. So I think because all the good soil has washed away in all the floods. And there's a hole that something is dug. I don't know, but that's a hole. But she's probably gonna amend the soil in here and put more flowers. And she's already got some that's coming up here, and she's already got some coming up here. And but before long, she'll have all kind of flowers in here. This bed has ants in it, and we've been trying to treat it with the diatomaceous earth. And we keep getting rain. This looks like they're still there, and they are. My goodness, they are still there. And we just put some more down last night. Don't look like it did any good. Gonna have to get some more and put down. I sure hope we can take care of this, because by the end of the month I'm gonna need to plant my green beans right here. But I'll take care of that in a minute. This bed here, this is a brassica bed. I have collard greens here, mustard, Florida broadleaf mustard, and that right there, and those are the curly leaf mustard. Then those are the giant red mustards, and then up front there are cabbage, and then those there are Napa cabbage. And then all through here we have onions. Some, I think they're Georgia super sweet onions planted in there. So they are doing well. I'm gonna give them some 511 today, and then we'll have storms tomorrow, and I guess they'll get some more nitrogen and all the thunder and the lightning. But this bed here, I'm gonna take all those leaves out and put some compost in it, and this is where my tomatoes will go. Tomatoes and peppers this year. I'm not going to do the tomatoes in containers like I did in previous years. I'm sorry about the wind blowing. I hope you all can hear me. But yeah, this bed will be for my tomatoes and peppers and basil. I'm going to have a lot of basil plants planted in here. This bed is the bed that had the tarp over it. It's about 4 rows here that we planted purple hull peas. And so today I'm going to plant white onions, and that'll be all my onions that'll be planted. I was going to put onions over here in this bed too on this side, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to put white onions here, and hopefully that'll take care of the aphids, because every time we plant peas we get aphids on them. So that's what I got in there right now. But we only planted the peas like last night, so they didn't have time to come up yet. Right here is my well, over here these are snow peas and these are sugar snap peas, and they're both doing well. And I'm going to give them some fertilizer today. I'll probably do bone meal, so they will they may not need it, I don't know, but because they've only been planted, I think I did these February 28th. So, but I don't know, I may pull back the mulch, because I mulched this heavily because it was still kind of cool when I planted them. And but they did good. They came on up. They're holding on to the trellis, and these are doing the same way. So but I think I might want to give them some little bone meal today. This right here is a thornless blackberry vine or plant or whatever. It's gotten out of hand. Didn't maintain it, and it has grown all over the ground, and it has made more plants down in the ground. But my coworker that gave me the sage plant and gave me the eggs, she gave me this plant, and I think it was 2021, and it has done well. It got infested with ants real bad one time, but we got rid of them. We brought it out here, and it did well out here. This is going to be my melon patch, but I'm going to plant my melons this month, and I'll carry you all along with me. I'm going to put more fertilizer down, or more. I'm going to do more compost manure, and freshen up this soil, so by the time the plants go in, they can just grow. These 2 containers are empty. These are the onions that I planted the other day, where I finished. I got that container, and this container, and this container, and this container. These are all the Texas Legend, and they seem to be doing well. And there's that hole again. There's that hole again. I just stepped on it, so it's down now. But that's it. It came out again. Whatever came out of it, it came out again. So these onions are the Texas Sweet. I didn't talk to you all about the side dressing that I'll do for my onions. This is the one that I planted on camera with you all. So I planted 4 rows, In a couple weeks, I will fertilize these. I may wait about 3 weeks to fertilize. I'm going to make a furrow. Side dressing is when you go to plant something like this, like onions or whatever you may have planted in rows. So I will open this up right between these 2 rows, and I'm going to open that up there in between these 2 rows. I'm going to put in my fertilizer in those 2 furrows. I'm going to water it, and then I'm going to close those furrows up. And that's how I'm going to fertilize my onions when I do that. Same way with this container. I'm going to open the furrow here between these 2 rows, and then I'm going to open the furrow there in those 2 furrows, in between those 2 rows. Put in my fertilizer, water, close the furrow up, and watch them grow. Same way here. Open the furrow here, open my furrow here, put in my fertilizer, water, close it up, watch them grow. And same way here. I am going to open furrow here and open the furrow there, put in my fertilizer, water, close the furrow, watch them grow. And that's how I'm going to do all of my onions when it's time to fertilize. And that's what you call side dressing. I probably won't do that so much with my leeks, but I just might, because I have those planted in rows. I got 4 rows in there, so I may do the same thing with my leeks. I don't have anything in these containers, but I do plan on putting something in them, but I don't know what yet. And then these are my garlic, and they're doing well. I showed you how I do side dress in my garlic, but this same way that I just explained on the onions. Open the furrow there, open the furrow there, and I put in my bone meal, watered, and close furrows up. These will get bigger than these and these, because I open here and I open here. So the center row is getting double the fertilizer, and you can tell because they're bigger. I can't see, but they are bigger than these are. So, but I don't care, because they're all getting fertilized. And so that is the garden right now. There's more stuff that's going to go in it, and so I gotta get to work. I got a few things I want to do, and so I will see you all in the next video. You all stay safe, you stay well, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.